Hello everybody and welcome to the Nations Cup Round 1. Who am I, you're probably wondering, because I'm not Super GT or Jimmy. I am Martin Grady, otherwise known as Tidgney in the Gran Turismo world. So I'm going to take you through the Nations Cup Round 1. I'll run you a little bit of background on me so you know who I am first of all. So I've been to 10 World Tour events and final events, total of 10 overall. I've also been a part of GT Academy as well, so I've been to a lot of Gran Turismo live events, and yeah, what amazing experiences they've been. So started off back in the Nürburgring 2018, and we've gone all the way through to just recently Sydney in 2020. Sydney, I hate flying, and I somehow ended up in Sydney. Is quite incredible, really. An awesome experience, and you can get involved in that experience. All you need is Gran Turismo Sport, of course, and literally once you're in the game, you can play. It doesn't matter whether you've got a wheel or a controller, which I do have down here. There you go, a controller for you. So yes, we are going to be looking at the Nations Cup Round 1 today. Now, I've played Gran Turismo, believe it or not, for over 20 years. I've been playing since I was around 8 years old, 7, 8 years old. I'm not quite sure exactly the age, but PlayStation 1, basically, Gran Turismo 1, and I'm 30 now. Yes, I'm old, or as Gran Turismo like to call me, a veteran. So, I've been around quite a while in the Gran Turismo world. And, yes, we're going to be racing in the Nations Cup Round 1. Now, you're probably wondering what we're going to do in the Nations Cup Round 1. Well, it's alright calling me a veteran, but of course, we're actually going to be looking at the very start of any racing career. Go-karts. We are in a go-kart. The Gran Turismo Racing Kart 125 shifter. You can buy it for 10,000 credits. In fact, let me show you how to get to this point in time. I've already bought the karts, obviously. I've already done a little bit of practice as we go back to the main menu here. So, if you go into the Asia Pacific... in fact, let's go one step further back. Once we load here we go. So, this is your main menu, of course, when you load the game. And then you want to go to Brand Central. Okay. Now, when you're in Brand Central, you've got the 3 regions here, and we're going to go to Asia Pacific. When you're in here, you want to look for the Gran Turismo manufacturer there. These are Gran Turismo's cars they've put in. And then on the bottom left-hand side, you can see there the showroom. You want to go into there, and look at that. The kart shows straight up. So, 10,000 credits, nice, cheap way to start racing. Similar to real life, you know, you can just go out and go-karting, literally at a local circuit. Similar here, 10,000 credits, all you need. I mean, I've got 227,000 there. Jump in, get racing, get involved in Nations Cup Round 1. Simples, what can I say? So, we are going to be racing this. Now, it says 125 shifter. We are using the gears here. So, obviously, in your drive sort of go-karts, you won't be using gears. It's just literally throttle, brake, and turn. Here we're using gears. We've got an extra little feature there. And you can see all the details at the bottom. 49 horsepower. But remember, it weighs nothing. Weighs absolutely nothing. So 100 kilograms there, including the driver, I assume that is. It absolutely flies, does this kart. It really does. Right. How do you get to the Nations Cup, you're probably wondering. Let me just go back a bit further here. And we're back to the main menu. Obviously, everything goes from this main menu. So what you do is you click the sport here. You click race entry. And in a second you'll see all the competitions available to play in Gran Turismo. So you can see we have daily races, we've got Nations Cup, we've got Manufacturers Cup, and then we've got some Super GT Cup as well. GR Super GT Cup. We're obviously racing in the Nations Cup. I've mentioned it several times already. So let's jump into that. Now, I like to say a few common catchphrases if you've ever watched me stream before. Happy Days is mentioned quite often, and Lovely Jubbly might be mentioned in there as well. I make no apologies for them. It puts a smile on your face. Well, I hope it does anyway. But even so, take the mickey out of me if you like. So you can see here we have 4 time slots throughout the day here in the EMEA region, which is where I race, being from the UK, of course. You can actually see in the bottom left who I've signed for the 2020 season as well, in terms of Audi. I raced for them last year around the World Tours and in Sydney as well. But Nations Cup, we're going to be entering the 2 o'clock race. The 2 o'clock race. Now, let's just jump into here quickly. So obviously, we can see some of the main details here. Tyre wear is on times 10. We have no fuel consumption. so we don't have to worry about fuel in this race. Sometimes you do have to worry about that. And if you're wondering about your pace and stuff like that, literally the minute the round opens, you can literally go into free practice and try out basically. Or what you could do is, you can see my friends' rankings there. You could go to the top 10 stars and watch some of the best drivers at that combination. Really get it on, have a look at their lap, have a look what they're doing, have a look what driving aids they're using, which ones are they using, which ones aren't they using, and literally watch their gear changes, the speed of the corners, and then go into practice and see if you can improve your lap time. Now that's what I do personally when I'm preparing for a round, Nations Cup, Manufacturers Series, whatever it might be. What I do initially is I go in and get a feel for the round, you know, what does the kart feel like, which I'll discuss shortly. I then have a look at the top 10 times if I'm not there already. And if I'm not there, I go, okay, well, what are they doing different to what I'm doing? And I have a look. I go, okay, they're carrying more speed, or braking earlier, or braking later, or they're doing something different to what I'm doing. So I go, okay, that's fine. I'll change my driving style slightly, and then I'll go into a practice again and improve. What I'll then do then is try and find a lobby. Now, you can go into a lobby where lots of people will be practicing for the next round of a given competition. And literally start racing people straight off the bat. Just get a feel for it. Get a feel for strategy. What do I need to do? Do I need to save tyres? Do I need to save fuel? Do I just go flat out? Literally, you can just get a feel for it, and then you've got an idea, and you could jump into the race. Now, what we're going to do, because we've only got 3 minutes left until we've actually got to enter here, is we are actually going to enter. You can see I can select the kart here. I've got a nice, lovely pink kart for you. And you just click OK there. Now you're going to get another menu in a second, which is going to say, do you want to practice or cancel entry? Or you can just wait here and you'll get matched into a lobby, basically. What we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of a practice. You see that? It's just making our entry now. There we go. We have 3 minutes and 47 seconds until that loads. So yes, as I say, I've been playing Gran Turismo for over 20 years. So I am, as Gran Turismo label me, a veteran. I love the game, to be honest. I've always been involved in the game. I've always tried to help people out where I can as well. You know, I make videos and guides and stuff, and people ask me for help, and I try and guide them in the right direction. You know, with like I'm doing now with the practice. You know, getting involved. Look at the top laps. Look what you can do differently. You can actually see on the top right hand side there, or middle right hand side, I'm actually 9th in my friends list with a 48.7, miles off the top player there, 4 tenths off. So I've got a lot of improvements to do there. So what I'll do now is I'll just go out onto the circuit. I'll just let you have a look at the feel, and I'll explain the feel of the kart, and just give you a little bit of a brief guide here. We should get around 2 or 3 laps practice in before we then actually head towards the actual matchmaking. So let's kick off. Now, I like to use this camera here just because it's in a car anyway. It allows me to see the steering a little bit better as I come into this corner. I want to get a good start to a lap, really. So I always stay far to the left here. 4th gear, round we go, and we accelerate through that corner. You can see we are shifting gears, manual gears here, as we head towards the line. Now, I use a lot of markers here to try and make myself consistent. It's always better to be consistent in terms of racing. So what I do here is I brake at the end of the yellow barrier there, it's not red, and I turn in. I stay in 4th gear. Some people go to 3rd. I stay in 4th. Now, some people go to 3rd because you can see there's just a little bit of a drop in the revs there in 4th gear, but 3rd makes the car a little bit more unstable, so it's your choice. I stay in 4th just for the stability, and as I say, I like to be consistent. Consistency is always key in any race, and that's what we're here to do, race, as we come through that corner. And again, I'm using all the barrier colour changes, basically. Where it's yellow is where I'm braking, essentially, as we come round, and we run very wide there, and we head towards the line. I'm not sure what time this is going to be. I'm going to assume it's in the 49s. It is. Ooh, not a very good time at all compared to our 48.7 there. So again, end of the yellow barrier is where we're going to brake and chuck it down to 4th gear. And we do that much better than... You notice the car get a bit oversteery there. That can happen in this car. It's very easy to get oversteery. Remember, we've got a lot of power, not a lot of weight. We're 2.5 tenths up though on our best. And we accelerate through here. So I mentioned about barrier changes. You'll notice on the left, top left here, there's a yellow bit there. That's what I use. And I lift off, chuck it in, try and keep the kart straight because it's a crest of a hill, and then into the braking zone again. Turn in, using all the curb there to our advantage. We nearly. Oh no, we're in the barrier. Alright, let's come off the barrier. We were on for a 48-second lap then. 49.2. We will just got time for one more, I think. Just one more. Let's see what we can do. We're already starting way down on the lap, unfortunately, just that little mistake there. Let's see if we can start gaining. Look at that, we're already gaining. You can see that delta at the bottom actually, just above where the rev bar is. It's very helpful. You can actually see where you're improving, where you're not improving. So you don't necessarily have to see a ghost or follow a ghost to actually know how you're doing on a given lap. So as we approach here again, same thing, just a little let off. Try and adjust the steering accordingly. Oh, we've gone off again. We turned in a bit too early that time. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come, but let's wait and see as we jump around here. We're going to have dirt on our tyres here, so we're going to be a little bit more careful as we accelerate through there. And again, look, that last corner, look how much time we are gaining there just because of that little mistake we made. That definitely would have been a 48-second lap previously. Which is all good. You can see my optimum down at the bottom right, 48.5 there. As we are just preparing to match at this moment in time. But yeah, the car, you've got to be very, very smooth with the steering. Too much of this, you'll notice, look, it already gets unstable. You've got to be really smooth with the steering. Very, very, very smooth with the steering. As we are just joining the session now. We should be in the top split. We will find out shortly. We are indeed in the top split. Remember, always drink as well. Drink water. Stay hydrated while you race, because it can get a little bit sweaty. So we are just loading to circuit. Some very quick drivers in here. Obviously, we've got the rank 1 that we saw in our friends list there. Wong Baguette there. And that's actually Sutsu. So Sutsu, a world finalist as well. We've got Giorgio in there. The very first World Tour winner there. Williams Giorgio. Very first ever live event winner. Very quick driver, Giorgio. Very friendly guy as well. Very, very friendly. As the lobby has loaded there. All good stuff. Let's find out how many points are on offer here. First round of the season. Ooh, 355 there. Ooh, imagine getting that. What a start to the season that would be. Now, I just had a look at my settings here just briefly. Obviously, we can't select tyres. You can select your different options here. And I'm currently using ABS weak here for the go-kart. You can pick what options you like. Obviously, we are using manual transmission. All right, let's get out there. Let's have a bit of a warm-up. And let's hope that we can have a good race here. So warm-up just allows us to get a feel for the car. Obviously, we've got tyre wear. So in the practice, we didn't have tyre wear on. We now have tyre wear on. So we've just got to be aware of that. It means now there's temperature in the tyres. We're going to be aware of that, overheating tyres. So we just come through this left-hander. Through, there we go. Just sort of key there, get a little bit of bit slippery there. That's what I mean about the go-karts. It can get very slippery very, very fast. We're in the slipstream here now. Obviously, in real life, if you've ever watched go-karts or even been involved in go-karting, you know you normally stick your head down at this point, straight behind the steering wheel, get as much slipstream as possible because that's where you gain small advantages in these go-karts. Oh, we got a yellow flag up ahead. Oh, we'll have another one now because Key's just gone a little bit to Narnia. That is the destination of choice for me. Yeah, I'm not the Shadow Realm like Super GT. We rate Narnia a little bit better. Right, through there we go. Let's put the radar on so we can see if anybody is close to us. It's going to be a very close race, this. Very, very close race. We should see some absolutely fantastic action here. Into the braking zone we go. Clip the apex. Lovely stuff. Look at that. Through we go. Absolutely belting stuff there. And we continue on now down here. So very, very short circuit, of course. We've only got 2 braking zones actually, and then one sort of let-off turning zone, which is coming up here. That is it. That is the circuit in a nutshell. Very small, because obviously we're in go-karts. Imagine doing the Nürburgring in the go-karts. We'd be here for 5 hours. Never mind the 49-second lap we've been doing. So we've got 5-minute qualifying now coming up. This could get interesting. Everyone's going to want to just dive in that slipstream, just try and gain any advantage they can that's available to them. I'm just going to sit in the pits just for a little bit. Whee! Kart wanted to go then, you can tell. As you can see, everybody's starting to go now. I think I'm going to go now. So we're just waiting for the pits, or to be released from the pits. Here we go. Here we go. So we just need to take a deep breath now, get warmed up on this out lap, and then just start flying. Start hitting those laps in. If we can get an advantage, we can get an advantage. If we can't, we can't. I said earlier, there's some fast guys in here. Sutsu, Giorgio. Some very, very fast drivers. So through there we go. And we're going to head down here now. If you're wondering about the letter abbreviations in front of names, by the way, they're race teams of what people are a part of. So I'm LTR, so I'm Lazarus, of course. As we're just going to head towards the end of this warm-up lap now. See, that's how fast it is. Whee! Not sure what everyone's doing here, but we'll fit in accordingly. Through there we go. Now, let's use this slipstream to our advantage. Let's see if we can get a really good lap here. We are looking for 48s here in qualifying as we head up here. Remember the barrier, the end of the barrier is where we're going to brake. As we get through there just nicely. It was a little bit sketchy, but we survive. Nobody's close behind us, which is good. Tried to change gear then, but we're already in max gear. It's 6th gear here. As through we go. Remember, just a lift off here, but we're going a bit faster than we normally are. As we come through there. Now, what sort of lap time have we got here then? Got lots of people changing constantly here. Up into P5 at the moment, 2/10 off. Not too far off here. We made a couple of mistakes in there, so we can see pole potentially here. Let's see what happens here. Continue on. Somebody with their name as karting. They must be good at this. Giorgio let me go there. That's very kind of Giorgio. Just ran a bit wide there. Everyone's a bit all over the place here. Whee! Are we going to improve here? Are we going to improve? I don't think so. We just got caught up in that mess at the very end there. Let's try again. We've got a few more minutes to go yet in qualifying. Still P6 at this moment. Oh, we've just ran a little bit deep there. A little bit deep. We'll see if we can bring it back in the second half of the lap. We're just in that slipstream range at the moment, which is helpful to us. We are purple. We are purple still, which is good. Good indicator we're on a good lap. So we're not quite done it there. Oh, we're going towards the right-hand side of the circuit very quickly here. As we are still on for a good lap here. Oh, we've just ran a bit deep there. Question is, can we finish off the lap again? Near the front of the pack here. We are down here by 2/10. Oh dear. Oh no, of course Carnegie broke a little bit too early. That could be the end of our qualifying. Could be the end of our qualifying that. He just broke a little bit too early there. Because you don't break at all, usually. So that was unfortunate for us. Unfortunate for us, but that's going to be the end of our qualifying anyway. We'll just go around. We'll just finish the next lap. We can't do much with it. Unfortunately, we are starting at least, or maximum P8, should I say. So, unfortunate for us there. So, it's not a corner you brake for, so I'm very surprised that somebody broke for that. We just get our penalty applied there. We will get out of the way of all these folks on a lap. So we just wait for the Greek to come by. And we'll just finish the lap now. Finish qualifying. So unfortunately, I reckon we could have gone a bit further up there. We're only 3/10 off P1 there. We're in P8. P8. Ooh, that's somebody disappearing off to Narnia once again. I think that's going to have a lot of visitors today. Still in P8, which is good for us, I suppose. Could have had a better qualifying there. Sure, we were purple at one point, but even so, P8 so far. Looking not too bad at all. Trying to stay hydrated there. But we have Marcus on pole position there. So Sutsu there in P3 and Giorgio P4. It shows you the level of the World Tours. Look at that, 1,000th Will off Marcus there. P1 to P2. How close is that? That is what qualifying is like in the top split in the European, Middle East and Africa region, EMEA. 1,000th of a second. You do not see that very often. And then 17,000th there, 17,000ths to then Sutsu in P3. So very close. We were easily up there as well. I say we were purple at one point. Everyone just trying to find their own space there. We're just getting caught up in that. So unfortunately that's P8 for us at the moment. We will see what happens, as we are just waiting for it to load. So in terms of the sort of what's going to happen in the race, I suppose. So in the race we are going to try and look to make some ground initially. Literally, you know, if we can gain one position, then stay in the group, then gain another position, stay in the group, and then another, and so on and so forth. And we'll keep doing that until we can get to a point where we are very close to the front. And then when we are very close to the front, we then have to try and maintain that position. Try and maintain it. And then hopefully we can get a good result. So if we can get a podium, I'd be fairly happy with that. A podium would be good. But we'll have to see what happens. Anything can happen in these kart races. You saw how close it was there in qualifying, and literally you also saw how close everybody was just on the circuit. It's a small circuit, 20 drivers on the circuit. Yeah, it's going to be close anyway, isn't it? So what we're going to do, we'll jump to this and we'll watch the old manufacturer Nations Cup introduction that we're all used to. It's a good little introduction to the Nations Cup. Just adjusting the old headset a little bit here. See every nation there. Look at that. Superb. FIA Gran Turismo Nations Cup Championship. This is round one, of course. If you haven't got that already, it is round one. And we're at the start of anyone's race career here, go-karts. Go-karts is where a lot of people started. It's where Lewis Hamilton started, of course. I think he started working 2 or 3 jobs at the time. Obviously, Lewis is from Stevenage in the UK. I think so, anyway. It's got the sun coming on the screen a little bit here. Sunny day. But we're here. We need to compete. As you can see, it's round one of the Nations Cup at Autodrome Lago Maggiore, Centre 2. And you can see there the go-karts lining up. So we're going to have a rolling start here. Rolling start. Which means we should be line astern into turn number 1. You could see the first couple making moves already on that. We just have to try and play it safe here. Play it safe. You know, really just focus on making gains and no mistakes. And if we do that, we should be on point here. We should be on point. See there, Giorgio. I said the first World Tour winner, first ever World Tour winner there, Giorgio. We have Consta there in P number 5. We have Fetchix there in P number 6, the Belgian. And we have the French driver, Splitovic there in P7. P8 for us, woohoo! What a job we did there, look at that, we'll did the wheels there. SBDR there, the Polish driver in P number 9. P10 there for Edu. If you're wondering about the numbers on the karts, by the way, so that is in reference to your driver rating in that lobby. So, for example, Quinton there, P number 1. So Quinton is expected to finish in first or second or third, you know, around the area. As we see Key there in P12. And then we have the Spanish driver in P13. So 11 on the number. So expected to finish around where he's qualified there, to be fair. And then we have Tompkins there, P14. ETI Karting there, P15. A very old school GT player as well. Competed back in the GT Academy days when I did as well. We have Francis there. Another pink kart. Look at that. We've got 2 in this lobby. How good's that? P18 there. We got Alpine. And then P19 for Creaser. I'm actually in real life friends with Creaser. Melvin, also a GT Academy European finalist. And then finally we have the driver we unfortunately had an incident with in qualifying. So we have 25 laps without a mistake. I'm not sure whether I'm able to do that or not, especially commentating at the same time. We will try. We will try. Yeah, let's see what happens as we're about to come around the final corner here. As we get ready for the starts. So everybody jumps straight into that line astern slipstream. Trying to instantly gain an advantage here. Let's see what we can do. 25 laps here. 25. As we head towards turn 1. We got that a little bit wrong here. I'm just wondering where my remote is in case my TV decides it wants to switch off. There we go. I've got it. We're all sorted. Happy days. Let's focus on the racing now. Wee. Just made a little mistake there. The kart just wanted to keep oversteering. We went full drift mode. Oh, the French driver makes a little bit of a mistake there. Little bit of a mistake. So we're going to try and capitalize on that, I think. Oh, we just can't do it. We just can't do it. We're just not close enough. So we're side by side here with SVDR. SVDR's got a good run on us, but unfortunately we've lost a position here. Still side by side. We're back. Oh, this is going to be a bit sketchy into here. We've kept the position, so good racing. As we just come through there now. We need to try and find a way past the French driver here. Feel like we could go a little bit quicker. There we go, a 48-second lap. That's a good start. Much better lap than our opening lap, that's for sure. See action up ahead there. A few drivers side by side. You can still see the leader, which is also good for us. Means we are still in this action. We just need to find a way past the French driver, who's wearing my actual favourite number. I race in number 18 usually. You can see that in front. As we make a lovely move there. Down the inside. We just had the momentum through that corner. And that has gained us that position. So we're up a position already. Need to focus on P number 6 now. Making no mistakes here. And catching that P6 driver as very fast as possible. So you head towards the left-hander again. We did gain some time there. We did gain some time. Let's see if we can keep this up. So through there we go. We're up on our fastest lap again. See lots of action up ahead. So we're in with a shot at the moment. We are still in with a shot. We're just in with a shot, but we're in with a shot. As we go even quicker now. We're getting faster and faster. Consistency is key. I said that earlier on in the broadcast. Just trying to stay in this slipstream, trying to catch up. But 8.5 tenths off the driver up ahead. We did lose a bit of time there in turn number 1. Broke a little bit there because I ran a bit too deep. There we go. We are in the mix now. Just half a second behind. Half a second. Let's go, everybody. Let's have a good race here. Lots of laps to go. Remember, 25 lap race. 25 laps. Did that a little bit slow that time. Action further back. As we're sort of in a bit of no man's land, which is nice for us. We can just relax a little bit. 5 thousandths down on our best, so we're still matching our consistency. So we're doing exactly what we said we would do. Make the positions where we need to, and then relax where we need to. So we are now just 3 tenths behind the Greek driver, and then the Portuguese driver behind has the fastest lap, so has some pace. We have a 48-second lap there. Let's start to get involved in the action a little bit here. The pack has broken up a little bit. If you look at the top right side of the map, it has broken up a little bit. Make a bit of a move there. Oh, a little nudge there. Little nudge. Continue on. Didn't lose out there. In terms of our overall position, we did lose out in the position there, just that tiny little nudge. As we're side by side now with the Portuguese driver. He does overtake me there, and I think, oh, is the Polish driver following? Trying to keep an eye on where the Portuguese driver was. Obviously, we've all got fast action here. So we lost out in a couple of positions there, just with that little nudge earlier on. But we can still see the leader, which is our main goal here. If you can see the leader, you're in a fight for the victory. That's all I can say. So not a good lap that time. As we've got 11 drivers in this fight for the victory at the moment. 11 drivers. Currently being led by our first World Tour winner there, Giorgio. As we're purple, a good turn one then, really good turn one. Oh, we're going to make a move here. And we made 2 moves there, up into P7. We're back where we were earlier on. 2 moves. We made a move on the Polish driver and the Greek driver. See the kart get a little bit sideways there, a little bit sideways. Oh, I'll tell you what, I am nervous as anything here. Nervous as anything. We're purple again. Oh, lots of action. Oh, we got somebody off there. Had to quickly brake there just because they are doing on his tyres. Oh, around we go. So we make another position. Up into P6 now. We're in Super GT's favourite position. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, I just had to let off a little bit there. The Belgian driver, wasn't sure whether I'd actually hit the driver or not. So better to be safe than sorry there. Good sportsmanship. Continue on. It's getting very, very tight here. The Polish driver right up my trumpet. That's a very British saying, by the way, if you're wondering what trumpet is. Still in P6 though, so we're doing okay. Doing okay so far. We just have to keep up the action. Try and get up into that P5 position. Continue making our way up the field. Oh, we saw a gap. We went for it. Not quite worked out there. Not quite worked out. Just couldn't carry the speed. So we continue on to lap 13 now. Hopefully not unlucky for us. We'll find out soon enough. Ooh, a little... oh, we got a penalty for that? Why did we get a penalty for that? That's a bit unfair. That is very unfair. Bit of a late dive there, but we'll just have to carry on. Just have to carry on. We need to try and make sure we stay with these drivers. So it was unlucky for us after all of that. We are very, very close behind the driver. And then through there we go. So we'll just move over a little bit. Take the penalty. I think we're just going to stay in this fight. We are indeed. So we're down to P10 at the moment. We started in P8, and that's not good. A fortunate penalty there, but we'll carry on. You see a lot of battling going up ahead. I assume they'll be battling until the end of the race. So we are still in this. We are still in it. Let's think positive thoughts now. We've only just gone over the halfway mark in this race. Only just gone over the halfway mark, so lots and lots of time to gain here. It's between 10 drivers now. The French driver has fallen off here. You can see everybody look at that, side by side up ahead. Side by side. Oh, we got that all sorts of wrong there. All sorts of wrong. But let's calm down. Let's breathe. Let's focus. Let's get involved with the racing action here. Every chance of gaining anything from this. Podium still on the cards. 100%. If you believe something will happen, it will happen. And there we go. We're back in the action. We can just see Giorgio up ahead there. Giorgio's lost out a little bit during all of this. Oh, I had to just back out of that again. Just worried I was going to hit the Greek driver ahead. Just 1.7 seconds separates 10 drivers here. 10 drivers! How close is this race? So we're getting towards the end of it actually now. Into the braking zone we go. See everybody side by side. Reminds me of the karting action we did in Monaco at the Monaco World Final. All of the World finalists got to racing go-karts. It was brilliant fun. Bringing back the memories there. So we continue up to turn 1 again. 8 laps to go. And oh, we are so close. Look, 1.5 seconds separates 10 drivers. That 1.5 seconds! 1.5! How close is this? We're up on our time as well. So we're just sat behind another Brit now, Key. To slow down a lot there on the apex, just because Key slowed down a lot there as well. So I need to really start making some moves here. I need to start capitalizing on mistakes. I need to get really close to people. And through there we go. So we've got, I need to work out the laps now. I can't count! I'm concentrating so hard! I'm in a bit of a no man's land here. They're not fighting as much as I expected to up at the front at the moment. Sutsu, one of the World Tour finalists there, up in P1 at the moment. That we're a 10th up on our best lap, and we're still not able to fight at the moment. Just couldn't capitalise on Key's mistake there. Oh, it's getting all very, very, very tense here. Very, very tense. I can feel my heart beating outside my chest. In fact, I'll let you know at the end of the race what my heart rate is. I am wearing a heart rate monitor at this moment. We just made a mistake there. Oh, got somebody slightly in the barrier there. Saw that earlier on with myself a little bit on the start-finish straight. I mean, to have 10 drivers this close, 20 laps into the race, and anyone with a chance of victory, it's very good racing. Very, very good racing. There we go, that's better. 1 second separates us all! In fact, you could argue it's about 8 temps, really, with everyone up ahead. 9 temps. 8 temps. How many? How many? 7 temps. Side by side now. Went silent then because I'm concentrating. Oh, we capitalise on that mistake. We capitalise on the mistake. Here we go. Right, P9. We made 1 position up. 3 laps. 9 positions. That's 3 a lap. Can we do it? Oh, my heart rate is through the roof. I'll see if I can check it while I'm on the straight. Oh, here we go. Right, it's just checking it now, so I'll let you know. Oh, and a mistake there, a mistake. Up into P8 now, P8. It's not quite the 3 positions a lap, but we'll take it. Back to where we qualified, P number 8. Somebody off there, that could cause some issues. Oh, here we go, we are making moves. Ah, tried to get around there, did not see the other driver. It's my fault, that one. Let's continue on. P7. Through we go. P6. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. I'm really, really, really nervous. Oh, God. I am so nervous. I can't tell you how nervous I am. Still P6. Oh my word. I am shaking. I am shaking. Right, let's go. P6. Anybody can win this. Anybody. Up into P5 now. P5. Let's go. Top split, remember. This is top split. Let's see what we can do. Can we get on the podium? We're so close. We can taste it. After that earlier unfortunate accident that happened with the penalty system, where we got a second there just for slight contact. Let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, we're not going to go up higher than P5, but P5 all the same. Oh, what an intense race that was. P5. Oh, right, heart rate, 120. I thought it'd be higher than that. Obviously, I've got used to racing in such tense atmospheres. My word. So, we got... Wow, P5, P8 to P5. Yeah, wow, I can't believe that, to be honest with you. It's fantastic racing, absolutely fantastic racing. Literally, I mean, we've got Suzu World Finalist there, and World Tour event. Person who's been there several times, the Frenchman, wins the race. Giorgio P3, the first World Tour Finalist winner in their P3, and then you get little old me in P5. We'll call it the veteran there. You can see my car and my driver there. But my word, what a race! What a race that is! That's honestly, that is saying something. That was thoroughly enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed that race, because I seriously enjoyed it. It was really good fun. It really was. I mean, P8 to P5, we went down to P10 at one point, we brought it back up, we capitalised on mistakes. You know, the slipstream was there where we just used it to our advantage. Sometimes we made a little bit of a mistake. You saw how consistency was key there. Suzu getting P1 there in that race. Oh my word, what a fantastic race. I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast. It's been absolutely brilliant. That is a top split lobby right at the front, the thick of the action. And yeah, you can't get closer than that. You really can't. As I say, I really do hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the Gran Turismo channel and all their social medias. Like it as well. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you want to see, what you liked about the broadcast. Whether you like me or not, I don't know. You might think I'm just a silly old Brit, but even so, that is going to be it for me now, everyone. Thanks so much again for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.
Space.